Hi, this is Jillian Gallagher, Literacy Academic Coach with Pittsburgh Public Schools, and this is an introduction to phoneme segmentation using Elkonin boxes. What is a phoneme? A phoneme is a single sound in a word. It can be considered the smallest unit of sound in a word. All words are made up of phonemes, or those single sounds. We blend phonemes together to say or to read words. A phoneme or a single sound can also be made using more than one letter. A common misconception is that the same number of letters in a word means the same number of phonemes. But when we have a long vowel with a silent E, that silent E doesn't count as a phoneme. So a word like cake with that silent E on the end would only have 3 phonemes, not the silent E, where it has 4 letters. So talking with students too, once you get into teaching digraphs and silent E long vowels, it's important to have a direct conversation that just because it's a phoneme does not mean that's a one-to-one correspondence with letters. So now that we know a phoneme is that smallest unit of sound, that small puzzle piece, what is phoneme segmentation? Well, if segmentation means to break into separate parts, then when we do phoneme segmentation, we're breaking words into separate sound parts or their phonemes. Phoneme segmentation is typically introduced without written words because it's primarily a listening process. We'll say a word and we'll have the students actually repeat the word, sound it out, break it into those parts by saying it slowly, by counting with their fingers, or by using Elkonin boxes, which is what I'm going to show you today. When we tell students who are trying to spell a word to sound it out, what we're really saying is segment the phonemes. Hear all of the sounds. So sound it out. What are all of the sounds in that word? And as students get more comfortable with this process, they're able to spell out words or connect sounds when they're writing more accurately and with longer words. So we're going to do 6 words today, and I'm just going to show you the Elkonin boxes. Here, I'm putting it on my PowerPoint just so you can actually see me moving the chips, and this is exactly what I would do in a classroom using little chips. They don't have to be anything special, but we're not using letters because right now we're specifically focusing on the number of sounds in words and hearing all of those sounds rather than connecting those sounds with letters, because that would be the next step. So the first word we're going to segment is cup. I would have my students repeat the word cup. Let's move the chips up into the Elkonin boxes left to right to represent each sound in the word cup. The sounds in the word cup are k, p, cup, k, p. And then I would actually talk to my students and say, how many sounds did you hear? 3. When you get into doing this more frequently, you can actually become more advanced. You can talk to students about what location in the word a particular sound is. We do this a lot when we're talking about introducing vowel sounds. Do you hear the vowel at the beginning of the word? Do you hear it in the middle of the word? Or even discriminating initial and final sounds. Let's go to the next word. We'll put these back where they were. All right, nest. The word is nest. Let's put the sounds in the boxes. N, e, s, t. Nest. The word nest has 4 phonemes in it. N, e, s, t. Let's do another one. Bat. Bat. The sounds in the word bat are b, a, t. Bat. How many sounds are in the word bat? 3. Great. Let's do another one. Moon. M, oo, n. Moon. This is one of those great examples where the number of phonemes does not match the number of letters. Hill. I, oo. Hill. There are 3 sounds in the word hill. Another example of the phonemes not matching the same number of letters in the word, because those two L's at the end of the word hill are one phoneme. One more word. The last word we're going to do today is said. S, e, oops, d, said. The word said has three phonemes in it. This is another time that you might want to talk with students, because if they know the sight word said and they're hearing that sound in the middle or a short e, it may be confusing why AI in the middle of the word said says the short e sound but we just explain it as being a high frequency word. They don't always follow phonic rules. And this is the way that we would segment the word said. There are three sounds, even though there are four letters in the word. In case you'd like to review again, the next slide has the words that we segmented. As students become more comfortable with this, you can actually write the letter sounds underneath the Elkonin boxes, but we don't typically use Elkonin boxes to put any letters in. Thank you for watching today's video.